what I mean? Boom. I try to hit kids pick, PIK. It might still be on the market. When I tell you that stock tanked all day long, and I was emotionally took. You know what I mean? They kidnapped me. And that's Mark Douglas talks about it in his book, Trading in the Zone. I'll try to drop it. Great book. You know what I mean? Great book. I've read it probably twice. I'm gonna read it again, you know, because I skimmed it a few times, but I'm gonna really read it again, front to back. But basically what he talks about is, you know, a lot of emotional things, a lot just things like that, the psychology behind trading. And one thing he talks about in there is being emotionally hijacked, right? And that's basically what I just described. But when I tell you it's so real, I like anybody can tell you that really traded with big money. I don't mean paper trading. I don't mean $1,000. I mean real money. Your brain takes you somewhere else. It's the craziest ever. The craziest. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, you'll be in a trade up 10,000, down 10,000, whatever it is. But in your mind, you're at the car dealership. In your mind, you're at the realtor's office. Like, oh, if this works. Because like in reality, if it does work, this risky trade, you really might have enough money for a Benz. But at the same time, it's probably not going to work. You see what I'm saying? So now you're in it like holding and hoping like, oh, come on. And if you're really bad, like emotionally or just bad, or you have too much in your account, you can't handle, whatever the case may be, right? If like a little more inexperienced. What a lot of people do, me, myself, I'm included, you know what I mean? I'm no better. In the beginning, what you'll do is you'll be like, all right, I bought it at $1. It dropped a little bit. Now my entry can be 90 if I add. Let's say it's at like 80 cents. You bought it at $1 for 10K per se, right? Now it's at 80 cents. You put another 10K, your average is actually 90 cents. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, they call it averaging up, averaging down. The problem with that is, boom, so you bought it. Now your average is 90. But remember, the stock is still at 80. So instead of being down, you know, 20%, you'd be down 10%, but with more money. So that same 10,000, you were down 20%, 2,000. Now you're in with 20K and you're down 10%. You're still down 2,000. But the problem is that one time when it goes back to $1, you're going to actually make out. You're going to make more money. You know what I mean? You're not going to lose and you're going to make more money. The problem then goes, though, in my opinion, like the real problem is the time it doesn't work. Not even my opinion. This is a solid fact. Any trading book's going to tell you this. Any course should tell you this. You will get destroyed playing that game. You see what I'm saying? Especially at penny stocks. I'm one of them. I've done it. In, you know, I've traded thousands of stocks. You know what I mean? I'm not 30 years in the game. You know what I mean? But I've been doing this for years. Like I've traded thousands of names. If you play that average down game, you will get destroyed. Right? So I'm putting this on YouTube. I'm going to put it on socials, but most of these videos are just for me. You see what I'm saying? Because I can go back next year, next month, whatever, and just watch it, especially the raw ones with no edit, because it's real sauce. You see what I'm saying? And again, that's where it comes to just being emotionally sound. You know what I mean? And only looking for them A+ setups, right? That's where I started on this tangent. So with the A+ setup, it's hard to get emotionally hijacked because you know what should be going on. I'll give you an example. First red day, right? There's so many traders that trade that they're going short. Well, obviously, if the stock, you know, it goes green or whatever their indication is, that I don't play that pattern. You see what I'm saying? But whatever their indication is that it's not going to be the first red day and it's going to keep going or whatever, get out of it. They can just stop out because they're not trading randomness. They're just same way. All right, first red day, first green day. If you're looking for that first green day and your sign that's not going to be a green day is that it, you know, gets cracked at $1 or whatever resistance, you get out. Now you can't get hijacked into add in and do, because your plan is negated. The mission is done. And the beautiful thing about trading is it's not Call of Duty or a video game where if you get clipped, you out the joint. No, you can get clipped and take your loss and come back later and make money. I've done it so many times, right? I'll be real. I've done that a lot of times that I can like really recall on that, where let's say it's early, I'll take 2, 3, 4 losses. Not 2, 3, 4, probably like 2 or 3, right? Not on the same ticker either. You know, I don't do that on the same one. 3 times max, right? Most of the time it's 2 for me. But let's just say you take like 2 or 3 losses, right? Different tickers, but you're not out of control. All your losses are in control. Your mind's right. My technique is I'll leave. I don't shut the computer down, but I'll like close it, whatever, and I'll leave. I'll go walk. I'll go get a coffee from the store. I'll just do something like that. You know what I mean? I'll get on the phone, play a game of chess, whatever. Then I'll come back. You see what I'm saying? Because now, even though it's hard, like when you're doing that, I'll be real with you, it's probably one of the hardest things I've ever did. Because again, you're sitting there with $50,000 in your hand or 20,000 or whatever you're trading with, and you're down 3, 4, 5, 600. And you're like, okay, well, why can't I just make this back real quick? The market's going up and down. There's so much volatility. I can come back and make this money. You're right. You really can. Again, though, the problem is with playing like that, your emotions begin to take over. And now, are you looking at an A+ setup? Or are you looking at a C+ setup and just, the word's not coming to me, but you're convincing yourself that it's an A+. But if your teacher was there, she'd tell you, no, this is a C. You know, if your mentor is there, he's going to tell you, no, I wouldn't play that stock. But at the moment, your emotions is going. So that's all you're thinking about. You're not thinking logically, right? You're thinking with just emotion, right? And I never want to be there, right? Never. In life, in trading, never. That's not for me. You see what I'm saying? I won't go into semantics, but that's just not for me. So, you know, I just say that to say, especially as this market's getting cold, look for them A+ quality setups. If it ain't there, it ain't there, right? And I remember at the beginning of trading, not a mentor of mine, but one of my mentor students, we were talking, right? Millionaire. we talking or whatever. He told me a situation. I won't go too much into it because he's heavy on YouTube now. He's up big, right? So we're talking back and forth, and he's like, yo, like, I'll tell him about my business, what I'm doing. This is before COVID. You see what I'm saying? He's like, yo, why don't you just trade and sit back in your office and then, work your business? And I'm like, because I see these good setups, bro. Like, I can make 3K, I can make 300, even 500, 600 a day and just chill. Why would I go work? Da, da, da. And he's like, yeah, but sometimes the market and this, he's basically saying what I'm saying right now, right? Now, this is, again, 5 years ago, 4 years ago. So I'm hearing him, but I'm not listening to him, if I'm being all the way real. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing him, but I'm like, I want to be at the crib. I want to be at the beach. I don't want to go, work the business. That was my job too. It was my business, but also my job. I'm working at the business. I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's why I'm trading, because I want to be here, there, or wherever. But he's like, yo, like, I get what you're saying, but just think about it. You know what I mean? You could really do that. Mind you, at the time, I'm still learning too. So I'm studying while I'm at the business. But again, my plan and my thought was to get good at this and not have to be at the business 24/7, not have to be doing it. I wanted to make more money doing something else. And to be honest with you, I really do like trading, right? I've never loved the business I was in. It's just money, and I appreciate it. Let me say that. I do love it and appreciate it. I don't love doing it, right? I love trading. That's why I can sit there and talk about it. That's why I love it, right? I love the idea of it. I love the mechanics of it. But you have to stay sound. You have to stay safe. I'm making this video right now. It's the morning. The market's open, but I'm out of there. I'm not playing. I didn't take one trade. Friday, I took two small losses. When I tell you so small, I took a loss on 2 tickers, right? But if you take those 2 losses, they don't even equal 10% of my max loss, period. Because I just got out of there. I got out and went to the business because I was like, it was just looking dumb. You know what I mean? So, I feel dumb if I just sit there and try to chase money. I don't care if I was down max loss. Why try to chase it, come back? Why do anything like that? It's not there, right? So anyway, I got to call him too, see how he's doing or whatever. I hope he got the same number, but that was some gems he gave me. You know what I mean? Some real gems. And like I said, I don't want to really put him out there because he shared like some real personal stuff with me about how he operates day to day with his family and how he trades. And I respected it. Like, his wife worked or whatever he had. Yeah, I won't go too much into his family, but it was dope how he had it set up. You know what I mean? And with me, I think if I would have played it like that, I would be I'm not going to say I'd be up 2-3 million right now, but I'd be close to that first mil. You know why? Because I would have took 1 or 2 trades, some days where I took 10. You catch what I'm saying? So some weeks where I took 40 trades, it might have been 5. But all that is wrapped up to say this past week and even this morning, I've been seeing the market forecast. It looks the same as back in 2021, back in, not 2021, 2022, when things were ugly and stuff like that. These were those same setups that I would see and I would chase after them and get smacked or smack them. But that gives you it gives you a bad set of habits. You know what I mean? So tap in with me. Let's go. Let's keep going strong in this market. As of right now, I don't have any courses out. I don't have any ebooks out. I don't have any of that out. I'm not, looking for a paid subscription. I'm not charging anything. You know what I mean? I'm just documenting what I do. Now, eventually, obviously, I'm going to go that route. You know what I mean? Probably the whole works. But first, right now, I'm working on some stuff for my business, like some education stuff about that. You can say, I guess, just some different things. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff coming through the pipeline. But I mean, I'm not selling nothing. I'm not just sharing some game. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not against mentorship. I'm not against mentorship. There's so many good traders out there. Like, I'll name drop them too, because I believe in them. I respect their craft and I've learned from them. So, but I just say all that to say, like, tap in and watch some of this stuff, because especially if you're a beginner in a small cap market, crypto market, or just overall watching some of these plays, I've been there and you can go back, because also too, with these videos, I'm going to be uploading like soon. I got to get my editing skills up because it takes long, but I'm going to start breaking down trades back when I was trading with more money. You know what I mean? Where the stakes was a little higher. You see what I'm saying? So I got some big wins, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that I can literally show you proof, right? Anybody who trades know. Tell somebody to pull up the statement. I mean, it's statements, right? And I'll do it on the computer. You ain't got to print nothing out. We ain't got to play games. So tap in with me. You know what I mean? And respect. Let's go.